So, this is Talk on the Block. I told you earlier that it was reported that they found a lifeless body on the Caneville beach. What looks like a gunshot wound to the neck. I saw a picture that has not been confirmed just yet. I can't tell you who that person is because I don't know. Police, I was told, are investigating at this time. The body was facing almost where the wave breaks on the shore on the sand. The young man was wearing a Wrangler pants, no shirt. I guess you'll get more details as we continue. This morning I had this discussion with a gentleman I suspect may be associated to the taxi association. Now that comment aggravated a few people, bus drivers, who felt because of his position he should have not said what he said. Let's listen.
After the Caribbean islands, including Dominica, joined ALBA and did away with or get out of the American states, I heard more than what I'm hearing this morning. We read the ALBA and the OAS, and now I'm hearing the very same thing. It's like a repetition. I mean, we are free, we're independent to take our action stand on our own. We don't have to vote for the Americans.
Well, listen to this. Mr. Charles, who is our ambassador, along with 10 other representatives from the other countries. So just about maybe 11 countries.
Yes. But you know the members of ALBA, the members of the Caribbean islands that are members of ALBA will.
So do we have to do everything that the members of ALBA do?
But on the other hand, what are we really getting from the U.S.? Is it the cruise ships and the fuel for the Coast Guard, and that's it? And gone?
So you're not happy that you're getting cruise ships from the U.S.? What is Venezuela giving you, my brother? Compared to the... compared to America, what is Venezuela really giving you?
Matt, are you with me?
I'm here. Houses and what?
Are you with me?
I'm here.
Yes, I'm saying that the Sofia Sea Defense Wall, we're talking about the Tantan Sea Defense Wall, we're talking the Petro Caribbean, we're talking, look at what is happening for the new big people up in the Grand Bay area, with the housing and all. You Matt, they just all around, it's there for you to see. So why would you say?
No. But let's pull off all the cruise ships for the season. And you, including you, my brother, I know you very well. You would be complaining. Would you prefer what you're getting from Venezuela than what you're getting from the United States?
Well, we don't cruise ship all now, and we're surviving, we live in.
Yes. And most of the buses are packed, right? Wow. A few bus drivers were not happy with that statement. They felt given that young man's position, top executive member, he should not be criticizing the U.S. and even asking, what is the U.S. giving? That did not go down too well. If you want to comment quickly on that, and I guess it's his opinion as well, you can feel free to call me. 449, he's a top executive member of one of the taxi associations. He says, what is America really giving us? The cruise ship season is closed. What are we getting from Venezuela? All right, let's take a quick comment, a few quick comments. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Man, I recognize the voice of the taxi driver.
You recognize the voice?
Sure. This was a man that used to complain. There was one time he and the manager of that car was in one-on-one. And he used to complain. He wasn't getting work, he wasn't getting this, he wasn't getting that. They were not letting him come in to get people. And this is the way he's talking. Don't worry, it's a matter of time. Today he's singing for his supper. What is good?
You think he's singing for his supper? Well, I don't know.
He's singing for his supper.
Well, you know more than I know. Hello.
Hello, good day.
Yeah.
Matt, you played this clip, and I can tell you the benefits of what we getting from the cruise ship. That is the question you need to ask him. Because you know what? When you sit back, the cruise ship, when we have, like before, we had 300 plus cruise ship calls coming to Dominica. Every cruise ship that comes to Dominica, the country benefits from head tax, from port charges. The country sell water to these people. Plus, when these people go on our sites, they pay $5 US to any site they would go to. And you know what? Even when they pay us, the bus drivers, the money they give us, it goes back to the economy of Dominica. Can the Petro Casa houses do that? Can the Sea Defense Wall do that? You know, I mean, you cannot run away something that is feeding the nation for something that's just going to stand there and watch us. We cannot eat wall. We cannot eat house. For God's sake, man. Thanks.
For you that upset, eh? For God's sake, for 493095. Hello.
Hi, Mark. Good afternoon, Mark.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Mark, I want to continue from where I stopped this morning, because it's only the labor rights matter and those who are benefiting from whatever it is they're getting roof, they get their cars, they get in money and so on. They do not see the game that their leader is playing, the leader of the country, matter. He is playing his game, and he's playing his game well on Dominicans, because he is standing, he wants to stand with Venezuela, he's standing with China, and then he will tell you he has nothing against America, because that is where he's going to make all his children what he has with America. So he's playing his game well, Mark. He's befriending everyone, so he knows when time to escape, Mark. He and his wife and his children have where to escape. America will not deny them, and he will find somewhere to escape whenever the time comes. So that's the game that he's playing, Matt, on Dominicans. But Dominicans, some do not see the game. Okay, Matt, bye.
Thank you, too. We'll be taking maybe one or two more phone calls on this particular stop, and we'll move on. Hello. We'll talk to an unhappy mother. She'll tell you why. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, the question about Petrocarib. Dominica don't have any benefit in Petrocarib. Let me inform you about Petrocarib. Do you know that we have two means of paying them? One on site, which is a portion, and is the smaller portion, and then the other one stays until this government leaves office. So therefore now it is just an accumulation of debt on the government to come. So useless for them to think that Petrocarib is any benefit to Dominica. Where is the money for Petrocarib going to? It goes, you know where it goes to? It goes to the areas where the supporters and the top fellas of the Labour Party benefit. That's all where it goes to. We have no benefit in Petrocarib in Dominica. Okay.
All right, let's take a phone call. Hello. For 493095. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mark.
Yes.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mark, this is the type of thing that upsets me when I am in the US working, trying to work hard and help your family back over here. That type of comment, it really upsets me. Because they're working hard, and everybody in Dominica is like, send for them. They want this, they want that. Things they don't even have, they want it. What about if now the U.S. pulls out Ross University in Dominica? What is people going to do? If they boycott and doesn't send tourists down there, what are they going to do? They expect we to stay up there and send things for them? Tell them to wait. They'll get a lot.
Thank you. Hello.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
What I have to say, Matt, if I wasn't the Prime Minister of Dominica, please, when I look around and see the suffering of the children and the old people in Venezuela, I will never support Mandilo. He could give us gold and silver. I would never support him. When I see the disgrace of the old people and the children in Venezuela, where Kevin is a murderer. Good afternoon.
Hey, watch it. Hello, you have to support that statement. If you're calling the Prime Minister such names, you have to be able to support what you're saying. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Why do we continue to perpetuate this ignorance, man? The cruise ship industry is a business, and as soon as it is not profitable, they will pull it out. Okay? America has not given us anything compared to Venezuela. Nothing. And if you don't say that, Matt, you must be blind yourself.
No, I'm not ignorant as you are. That's all I can tell you. If you have to compare, if we pull Ross University out, my brother, we are dead. Are you getting me there? So let's start comparing. I'm giving you one example. Are you still on the line? No, you'll never be on the line. I don't think you want to take me on that debate, my brother. Pull Ross out. Just one, I'm giving you Ross University. Pull it out. And you want to talk to me about comparing? Some of us are really blind or politically ignorant when you're worth it. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. Matt, that man that called you, his voice sounding like a person that has called from St. Croix.
No, I don't want to say who's calling. I want to deal with the guy by himself. Don't bring him or his wife in any discussion there. I want him to take me on one-on-one. Okay? I didn't go, what they say? For recess while classes are going on. Hello?
Matt.
Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
That the same people you see that are calling there, they have family in St. Croix, St. Thomas, America, and all those places sending barrel and things for them. If those people there stop sending things, or America decided sending all Caribbean people back at their home, how are they going to think? How many of them are going to work to Venezuela? I want to know how many of them going down with Cuba, Venezuela, and overseas. I want to know.
My brother, some people are benefiting personally. I'm not saying Venezuela has not done for us, and they've done well. But there are some people benefiting personally. I'll say that. From Venezuela. Are you there, caller?
Yes, Matt. Good afternoon. If these ignorant people don't think that
something is wrong with your line. Are you there? Hello, talk to me. 449-3095.
I didn't mention the word Wice. I said the man that is calling you from St. Croix or St. Thomas there. If it is so good with him in Dominica, if things were so good in Dominica, why is he staying in St. Thomas and St. Croix? Let's call it. You should come down to Dominica and sit down.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And of course, let's look at Clare Harbor. Let them remove Clare Harbor from Canefield. We'll find out the price of cheese in Dominica. Hello.
yes, Matt, all they have to do is put an embargo on Dominica and they'll see how important America is to Dominica. That's all.
Thank you very much. You know, I hate when people talk ignorance. Hello.
If Ross pulled out from Dominica, Dominica shut down.
I put that point to him, but apparently he ran away. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, that man was talking as if handouts are better than sustainable businesses. He was criticizing the cruise ship industry because it's a sustainable business as opposed to the handouts from Venezuela. Oh, my God. How low can you get? We want sustainable investment to generate jobs. When Mr. Chavez and Mr. Chavez was bringing people down here in the name of tourism, these were people he was paying for to tour Dominica. You used to have to tip them, Matt. You, the driver, had to tip these people when they left. When you do an American tour, you get the tip. But with that Venezuelan tour from Mr. Chavez, you had to tip them. Good afternoon.
All right. I will recommend that. Maybe you should have Venezuela institute some cruise tours on the island sometime. And America, you suspend it for the year, okay? Suspend for the year and let Venezuela take over. Hello, talk to me. Are you there, caller?
Yes, I'm trying to understand what's the issue about. You said that they're going to withdraw Ross from Dominica?
I never said anything like that, my brother. And don't misquote me. I was having an argument with a young man who I identified as the top executive of the cruise ship, or the cruise, one of the cruise taxi associations. I told him whether he would prefer, continuing getting houses from Venezuela as compared to cruise. He said, well, now nothing is happening. And so what? We closed the conversations. I don't know what your argument is. You have to take your notes, okay? Take a fine pen and take your notes when I speak so you can't misquote me. All right, thank you very much.
But
yes.
Yes, I want them, obviously the cruise ship season there is closed. Send Chinese cruise ship here, Venezuela cruise ship here. So let's see what they will benefit.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. As I said to you, I have a mother in the house at this time. We're going to change the discussion for a bit. Okay? He will tell you what the problem is, and of course, we'll find out what's going on. A lot of people is asking me, Matt, do you know who they killed on the beach? I was not there. I'm waiting for the police to give me the official information, okay? Okay, let's take our final phone call before we bring the mother in to talk about her problem. Hello?
Yes, I was talking to you. I was not free. You just talk over me and then you just cut me off, Matt.
What's your problem now?
Okay, my problem is I asked you a question and you made you made an answer and then you just cut off this and without give me an opportunity to reply.
Because you didn't have the basis for me to continue having a discussion with you, and I think I want to end that conversation right away. Caller, thank you very much, all right? I had instituted some basic rules against you, gave you a break, but it seems you want to play star. Not in this program, brother, I'm in charge. Go do your work at the DPP's desk at the Magistrate's Court, I've been told. And I'll get some confirmation on that in a minute. You've not been doing your work there. It's not confirmed just yet, but I'll make a phone call in a minute. Your name is Delia Edwards?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. How are you?
Well, I'm a little bit depressed, but I'm okay. I'm holding on.
What's your story?
Okay, on Tuesday morning, I got a police call me from my son's phone. So I called him back, but I was a bit baffled because I said, exam is going on. Why is he sending me a police call me? Anyways, I called. I said, most probably he needs some more pens or something like that. Anyways, when I called him, he said, oh, mommy, the principal sent me home because my hair, he said I have too much hair on my head. Actually, the principal did a general inspection in the whole school, as I understood, for whites who had white socks, who had brown belt and hair. So I said, okay, I'm going to call the principal to explain to him why your hair isn't cut. I called, I spoke to the secretary, she told me, let her speak to the principal. Anyway, she came back, she said, oh, the principal said nobody told him why, and he just wants the child haircut, and then the child can do the exam. I said, okay. I went to the chief education officer, but she wasn't there at the moment, so I went to the PS. When I arrived at the PS told me, well, she called the chief education officer, and the chief education officer told her, send me. I went, and then we spoke. I showed her this problem with my child's scalp. Well, not his scalp, no, he has a growth. I mean, some children can accept it, others cannot. And she saw it and she understood my point. I even told her that a doctor has to deal with it, but after, when they go on summer break, she said, okay. Then she called the principal said, okay, but just tell him bring down on the hair. The child brought down a good amount of hair. And when I realized we were pressed for time to have him do the exam the same day, I called the office and I told the secretary, could you tell as a principal, if my son can at least do the 2 exams Wednesday, which was yesterday. The principal said, yes, that's not a problem. So the child went to school on Wednesday. Around after 9 minutes 10, so I get a please call me from my son's phone. I said, but what again? I called him, he said, well, mommy, the principal made me do my last exam that was scheduled for Wednesday. But the other 2, he told me, oh, go at your home and get your hair cut and come back and do the other 2 exams. So my son is saying, but sir, the chief education officer spoke to you and you agreed, so why are you doing me that now? You're allowing me to sit 1, and the 2 you promised me that I would do today. Why? The principal said, I don't want to hear you, I'm coming in my office. And from that, I've been trying to contact chief education officer, PS, all the heads before I take any drastic action. Nobody, I can't get hold of anyone. I went to my lawyer, he too is trying to get hold of them, cannot get anyone. This morning I tried to call again. They said the chief education officer is at a graduation or something like that. Up till now, nobody has ever called me and say, well, okay, Miss Edwards, this and that and that. I mean, we haven't got a problem with he cutting his hair, but it has a situation which the chief education officer saw it, and she said, well, okay, we can deal with that. Bring down a bit on the hair, and then, because it's not really looking nice, what he has in his head. It's like a growth. And I mean, just to understand that, and I don't know, for some reason, the principal is just like putting up a block.
You spoke to your lawyer this morning?
I spoke to my lawyer since yesterday. We spoke yesterday. He himself was trying to get through to the chief education officer, through the PS, and it was like phones were ringing like nobody was in the building. And we haven't gotten any contact with anybody else yet. But this morning I spoke to the secretary of the chief education officer, and she said she was going to try to get her. She did call me back and tell me, well, the chief education officer is going to graduation, and she explained the situation, and she said she's going to call the chief education officer said she's going to call the principal.
So there's no assistant chief education officer?
I don't know. I'm not aware of it because nobody said anything. I asked if there's anybody else that I can talk to, in as much the chief isn't there. The young lady told me no.
And your boy has to stay away from school?
Well, actually, school is closed for them, but I want him to sit his 2 exams, his integrated science and his woodwork. And the child wants to do his work. It is depressing to him because last night he told me, Mommy, why is he doing
Why is he the target?
Why?
Well, we'll have to try to find out what's see what's going on. 449-309-596. Give me a minute. Since we're having a little difficulty, let's take 2 phone calls there before we wrap it up. And if there's need for us to continue that conversation, we will. I'm hoping that the education officials are listening. The Goodwill High School is listening. Hello. Are you there, caller?
Hello, good afternoon, man.
Yes.
Yes, well, Matt, the situation with the lady does not surprise me. I mean, when you check her surname, that is not a Staffans or Narcissus, you know. Because, I mean, what does this here on a child's head have to do with whether or not they sit an exam, whether they get a leniency for a week or two to finish something? I mean, that is the situation we have in this country. That is what we face. And that is why people from time to time continue to carry their ignorance as a badge of honor in respect to the gentleman that call in and asking what we're getting from America. You know? Take it easy, man, Matt.
Take it easy. Hello. Yes.
Yes, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
The question I would like to find out, was the child not attending school before with his hair as it was?
The mother can answer that question, yeah?
Okay, let me tell you. The growth in his hair started maybe about 2 months back. He had a flat cut, and after that we saw the growth.
It can be some hair infection causing that.
A doctor did see it, and the doctor told me he will do a surgery on it, but he will have to stay away from school. So I said, we'll just do that during the summer break.
Right.
But then he haven't got bad hair, so I would just tap it down so that it would cover up the area where it has the deformality. He has been going to school, everything. The principal saw him, asked him to cut down on the hair. We did cut down on it again, but I don't know what really happened. To be honest with you, my child has been going to school. He has been attending.
So yes, he has been going to school. She answered your question.
Yes, he has been going to school. He has been going to school. So
yeah.
I don't see any reason under any condition, no matter what law they may have in the primary or secondary schools those days, to prevent the child from sitting his exam just 1-2 days before the school closes.
Yeah, I see no reason why he shouldn't be. Hello.
Good afternoon to you, Matt, and good afternoon to your guest in studio. Good afternoon, Dominicans. Why are we treating that child like that? Why are we denying the child an opportunity to sit his exam? Tomorrow, if that child is on the road, then we will say, look at him. But we remember, we are denying the child what he wants to do. We should not do that.
And they allowed him to sit one.
Since last week Thursday, he's sitting his exam. It's at Thursday, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday when he came to do the one before the last exam. And he did the last exam, which was yesterday. But the one for Tuesday, he's denying him to do it.
All right, wow. Hello. Yes, hello.
It's just a lack of sensitivity to certain issues, a lack of sensitivity, because I can't see a principal who is meeting these kinds of issues all the time, not being able to simply understand the situation and accommodate the pupil in such a sensitive issue. I just don't understand why, if he's in that job every day, he cannot see it, deal with it, let it go on, let the kids sit his thing and move on.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Mr. Pelter, blessings to you.
Yes.
And let me sympathize and empathize with the lady. I just want to say, Matt, if the principal is not a medical personnel, a doctor, nurse, or some other medical person, you have no evidence that it is contagious, it poses a health threat. Where did you go let off putting a child out of the school, depriving them from sitting the exams, Matt? If there is not a stench to it, there is not something where you figure out, oh, they said the medical doctor would show it is contagious, so the child need not to be in the school. So I don't know, it seems like no law, no constitution is not restricting anybody. Everybody just doing whatever they want, Matt.
All right. I'm going to try to get the principal, not today. We'll try our very best, and of course, the chief, what do you call him? Education officer. Somebody said, Matt, I'm tuned in from, of course, and somebody wants to know what school. Did we identify the school?
Goodwood Secondary School.
The Goodwood Secondary School. Okay, I'm tuned in, and it has to be an ingrown hair, but keeping a kid out of school for that, and the teacher needs to be disciplined. Sad state of affairs in Dominica. Hello, talk to me. We'll take 1-2 more phone calls and make our next stop. Hello.
Well, we did what Scary doing us, so you'd have to set.
Everybody do what they want, huh? Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, man. Even if, let us assume that the guy carries on his head, let us suppose that there is reason to believe that it's contagious or anything. The child still has a right to do his exams. You know, the Education Act of 1997 makes provisions for the child to do his exam at his home. There is no way the child...
Right. Okay, so we got some clarification on that as well. Hello, talk to me.
Hello, after the match.
Uh-huh.
Are we in 2016?
Are we in 2016?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that principle seems to be behind time. In a world where the entire world accepts lesbianism, they accept gays, we accept maybe even bestiality, you're telling me you're depriving a student for big grown hair? That's foolishness, and that principle needs to be fired.
Thank you very much. Here's our last phone call, and we'll allow Dylan to make a final comment and allow her to go out with following that story. Hello.
Yeah, how you doing, Matt? Just
good.
The lady in the studio, it's a shame that they have to do that to her child. But also, I want to tell the people in the Niche Island, right here in New York, there's police officers that have dreads and have beards, so they don't discriminate in the state against the way your hair grows and how you grow your hair. And also the mother, I want to tell her in the future when she goes to the barber shop, make sure the barber disinfect his clippers before your child cuts. You might get an infection from someone that was previously cut. You know, just be mindful of those things. But I hope your child do his test and everything work out for you.
Thank you, Dion. Delia, where do you go from here? Where do you go from here?
Well, I assume when they get the feedback from me being on this program, things will go ahead, because all the child tell me he wants to sit his exam, and I mean, he's not a stupid child, he's a very intelligent child. Just allow him to do what he has to do.
Neil, I'm hoping that we get some answers. I guess you'll be following up with me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Even bigger. The Saturday Dance Party at Sector 7 is what's happening this Saturday and every Saturday with T Orquettes, your Caddish champs, and the best DJs. Weekly promotion, drink sampling, win tickets to any T Orquettes event, get featured in a music video, and much more. Are you ready to dance? Sector 7, Saturday night, 10 p.m., $10. Tell a friend, tag along. It's on.
We're spending some time with Whitaker. They're having a big feast this weekend, and we talk a little about that, okay? Giving you a little entertainment. in the next few minutes.
The Glassy Festival Committee, in collaboration with the Botica Village Council, presents Glassy Fest 2016, July 1st to 3rd. All roads lead to Botica. On Friday, July 1st, 2016, History Night from 7 p.m. at the Old School Building, followed by a punch party. And right after that, Clash of the DJ under the theme Feel the Touch of Nature. Saturday, July 2nd, 2016, we will hike down to Glassy Pool from 9 a.m. Fish water will be on sale. Picnic on the rocks. Rock fishing competition. We transition straight into the wet fest with the Kubole DJ on the basketball court from 8 p.m. We will dance with the songs of the first Serenade Band and alongside Esa Banta. And picking up the sponsors one time: the Simon, Dr. Damian Dublin, the Honorable Peter Sincha, Lama out of SSMR, Kubole Jebesa, Belfast Estate Limited, Zippy's Boutique out of La Play, and the Fisheries Division. And from Sunday, the last day, we shall head to the Botica where we will take part in the Eucharistic service. And from 2 p.m, bouncing castle for the kids with live entertainment from the Joseph Brothers. And the icing on the cake, we shall top it off with the Calypso Show, featuring 8-time Calypso monarch King Dice and many other Calypsonians, and also live performance from the virtual band out of Wice City. So it's Glassy Fest 2016. Come to Botica this July 1st to 3rd.
Yeah, I only found out recently that Botica was called Glassy, or Glassy with the beach. It's called Glassy down there in Botica, and people say, let's first dismiss the myth that it's dangerous to go to Glassy.
Yeah, basically,
talk to me.
This is one of the reasons, along with others, like for example, economic benefits to the village. I think the Glassy Fest came about. There is a myth, like you said, Ma, with regards to people are of the view that Glassy is dangerous. I say, well, if you're negligent, practically living your life, it can be dangerous. So you don't go to Glassy without somebody guide you. You have to have somebody that will know about the area to take you there. I've been in situations where maybe in the last couple of years ago, I took 50 people one time to Glassy and nobody never really knocked the door. So it has to be a situation where people go there with somebody to guide you. And so that is how we will dispel.
So this myth has been dispelled.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we have dispelled the myth of Glassy, what's going on there this weekend?
Well, this weekend we're gonna be celebrating a second annual Glassy Fest. Last year we did it more or less on a low key. This year we looked at expanding it, and that will happen as the years gone by, So this year we're gonna be having a packed program in a sense, in terms of the event will be for 3 nights from the 1st of July to the 3rd of July. On the first night we're gonna be having a history night where we'll explain as to how Glassy was formed, how it originated, what it was used for, and so we'll have 2 people from the village, one in the name of Lloyd Pascal, who is my brother, and Sylvester Senville. So these 2 people who are people from the village will explain about the how Glassy came about and so on. And following that, we'll have what we call a punch party, where we'll have the virtual band from Grand Fond, which is in the same general area, will be playing. The following day, which is probably the biggest day of all.
The Saturday.
You're right. The Saturday, from 9 o'clock, we're going to be hiking to Glassy. We're calling on people around the island. Let's hike, come to Botica for 9 o'clock and let's hike to Glassy. So you can see for yourself, on the Glassy rocks, there are a few wonderful pools that the sea blemishes, so you can have a dip and so on. So we will spend a few hours on the beach. While we're there, we'll have a fishing competition. The fishing competition there'll be a prize for the person who catches the first fish, and another prize for the person who catches the most fish, and another prize for the person who catches the biggest fish. After that, we'll move back to the village. We'll have at the village we'll have a wet fete where people will be around, and we'll have a well-stocked bar, a kubuli, which is our headline sponsor in that event. So we'll have that during the afternoon, and it will take us close or into the evening where we'll have what we call the big jam. The big jam will feature again virtual band from Grand Fond first. Then we'll have the first serenade, and then we'll climax the night with Asa Bantan. So it's gonna be a big night in Boudica on that Saturday night. So we're calling on all the people in the southeast and the island by extension to come to Boudica for that day. First, come and do the hike, and then there'll be lots of activities there for you during the day and the big jam. The following day, Sunday, is going to be a Eucharistic celebration around 8 o'clock, and a little later after that is over, we'll be having sort of like a brunch or a meet and greet sort of, and while there are some people who have already indicated that they would like to go to Glassy and they probably can't make it on the Saturday. So arrangements are in place for people to go to Glassy during that time, like on the Sunday. And a little later in the afternoon, we'll have some fun for the kids, bouncing castle, and we'll also have the Joseph brothers will be entertaining people in that same general area. And later in the evening from 7 o'clock, we're going to be having a big Calypso extravaganza where we'll be featuring 2 Sons of the Soil male again. One, the guy that has won 8 times in the Calypso competition in Dominica, King Dice. And then we'll also, alongside him, featuring Lugas. Lugas is another guy from that village. And so they will be accompanied by a number of other top Calypsonians in Dominica. So it's going to be a packed program on this Sunday evening. And so we will climax the event with that. However, during that Calypso show, the village of Boudica is going to honor the King Dice, because as like I just indicated earlier, he has done a lot for the Calypso fame, but as a village we have not really honored him. So we are using that opportunity to honor the King Dice. So there'll be a sort of sanitation raid and present him with a nice award, something that I know he'll enjoy.
From Boudica.
Yes.
Many people don't know that.
Well, I think a lot of people will know.
I think you have to sell that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will know after or as a result of this program, because I know you have a wide listenership.
Yes,
so plenty people will get to know that Dice is from Boudica. Yeah.
But tell me something I want to clarify. The Benno. We had some issues with transportation and bridges, and give us an update on that, because some people might be thinking that.
Yeah, well, that is a very good question. It's sort of like a reminder, because I was supposed to, comment on that. There are lots of people who have never been to the Boudica area, and as we all know from Dominica here and abroad, that we suffered a massive tropical storm sometime last year, where Boudica and Delis, the other village after it, was totally cut off from the rest of Dominica, and that remained that way for 4 months. And so it was a struggle for people to commute back and forth over what is the gorge. There was a bridge there that was built somewhere was commissioned in 1966, and after 50 years Erica took it away. However, a Bailey bridge or some sort was installed, and so the traffic to go to Daly's and Boudica is positive. It's very good. I was up in the village I mean, you know, I live around in town. I was at the village on Tuesday
You were
night.
visiting
Well, I went to the village just to put the bits and pieces together to make sure that everything is in place.
And you'll be back there before?
Oh yeah, I'll be back there most definitely very soon, early tomorrow morning. You know, I'll be there. You know,
Right.
so a lot of things still to do, to put together, but we have a very decent team, and we are putting all the bits and pieces together. So it's going to be a good time in Burica, you know, I can assure you. So we want everybody to come. We have a few.
So you're ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We have a few bus drivers. We have quite a lot of people from Burica who are in the general Roseau area, and I can mention their names. We have Joseph. So we call in on these guys. We have Harrison. We have Izu. We have Izu is a guy that lives in the Lapwet area, as you know. We have Gilbert. All these guys, we call in on them. We call it on Glenn Roy. We call it on all the guys with bosses that run around the Roseau area. Just organize your gang and bring the people up to Burica for that massive celebration of the Grassy Fest. So, you know, it's a good vibes, and something that, I mean, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from the general public.
Something positive.
Yeah, it's something, yeah, as if like, I'm encouraged by the feedback, you know. So, you know, there are some people are of the view, because I just got a message while I was sitting waiting to come inside, where somebody said that the feast has been postponed for next weekend. Well, I'm here to tell you the feast is very much on. So don't listen to anybody that will give you that kind of information. Probably, I don't know who sent somebody who mandated them to send that information, but you know, that is something that you just have to ignore. The feast is on, so come to Burica and enjoy. Yeah.
All right, Benno, thank you very much. And I'll tell you what, King Dice will be there. I think you have something else to say before you leave.
Yes, Matt. I cannot leave there or end that program without thanking the sponsors, because without the sponsors, basically that event would probably, or not probably, would never happen. So I want to take some time off to really thank them. Kubuli, who's, like I said, is our main
always a big sponsor and always give support. Yes.
But in addition to that, we also want to thank the Honorable Peter St. John, the Parliament for the area, the Signman, Lava of SSMR, Belfast Estate Limited, Mr. Augustus Stedman of ZP Boutique in La Plaine.
Can you start from the top? I said, your mic was not close.
Okay.
The sponsors.
Okay, the sponsors basically are Kubuli, who's our top sponsor. And in addition to that, we have the Honorable Peter St. John, the Parliament for the area. We have the Signman, Lama of SMR, Belfast Estate Limited, Mr. Augustus Stedman of ZP Boutique in La Plaine. We have the Fisheries Division, Dr. Damian Dublin, Boudica, Friends of Boudica living in the diaspora, Rosalie Bay Resort. So we have a number of sponsors who are assisting us in making that venture a success.